Most of the time, my life looks like and sounds like. However, I had a goal at the beginning of 2025 to read at least 30 books. But here's the kicker. In March of 2025, I had my second baby. So I had this goal with the knowledge in mind that I was going to have a newborn. And if you have a newborn, you know that you're in this 3-hour Groundhog's Day cycle of eat, sleep, repeat, eat, sleep, repeat. And I already have a 2.5-year-old son. And so I was like, okay, this is going to be a big learning curve this year of taking care of my 2.5-year-old as well as my baby. And I was transitioning to a new job. And I still, of course, wanted to prioritize my relationship with my husband, time at our church, friendships, cleaning the house, doing laundry, etc., etc., etc. However, it is now January 1st, 2026, and I'm happy to report to you that I did not read 30 books. I read 63 books. And I was so delighted at the end of the year because I never at any point in the year was like, okay, I'll just move my marker and try to get 40 books or try to get 50 books. My whole goal this year was just to read as many books as I could in the midst of already transitioning to a lot of new in my life. And I'm so delighted that by the end of it, I get this whole host of new books that I get to choose from to talk to people about. So if any of that resonates with you, if you are in the midst of the throes of having a new baby at home and wondering, how do you still make time for your hobbies? Look, I'm here to tell you that I have 2 hobbies and 2 alone. I work out most days and I read. That is all I have the capacity for. In the midst of navigating church and work and family life and all the rest, I just don't have time for everything. So I still manage to prioritize my hobbies, but not to the expense of the things that I was already, supposed to take care of in my life. One of the things that you'll find with this channel is that I am not going to be sitting in my corner asking my kids to play quietly so that I can finish a book. That's just not realistic for my season of life, nor is it for most parents, right? However, I still was able to use these pockets of time to be able to read books and become a better reader, thinker, person, and just more well-rounded, right? So, hi, I'm Natalie. Let me tell you a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm a Christian. I'm a wife to Connor. I'm a mom to 2 little ones who are, like I said, 2.5 and 9 months old. I'm a teacher and I teach part-time at a school, like a high school, and I teach Comp 1 and I teach Comp 2, and then I'm also a part-time professor and I teach those same classes, Comp 1, Comp 2, basic writing, and this year, young adult fiction, which I'm super excited for, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about that. But all that being said, if you are coming here and you're thinking, how do I read more this year? How do I find time to prioritize my hobbies in the midst of being a new parent? How do I even find books that might, resonate with me? Or how do I choose books, and how do I keep moving from book to book? If you're like me, I don't like to spend money on books. So I only buy books once I've read them and I love them, which means I read all of these books this year without purchasing. So how am I going to help you make your own ways to, avoid. So I also am hoping to give you tips on how to save money while you're still learning to read more and more. If any of that resonates with you, you're in the right spot. I can't wait to give you my reviews of books. I can't wait to talk you through what I'm reading, how I'm liking it. Sometimes I'll talk about what my kids are reading and what they're liking. And if you're also interested in learning about books or learning from somebody who teaches literature, what books and themes are meant to do in our lives, then I also hope that this is a fun channel for you. But ultimately, it's about becoming better readers just so we can be better people in the world around us. C.S. Lewis once said, "Why would I see from just my own eyes when there are millions of other eyes that I could see from?" Speaking of what we can do when we can read books. So I hope you stick around. It's going to be fun.